Today I'll be reviewing the legendary Samsung Galaxy S4. This 2013 flagship has sold like hotcakes, selling 50 million units. How does this 12-year-old flagship hold up in 2025? Please keep watching to learn more. Let's talk about the history. The Samsung Galaxy S4 was launched on March 14, 2013 and released 1 month later at $649 United States dollars. It was the successor to the 2012's highly popular Samsung Galaxy S3. There are several model numbers, with the most common being GTI 9505, which I have in this video. This model is LTE with a quad-core Snapdragon 600. There are also a 3G variant, GTI 9500, which, interestingly, has a 8-core Samsung-owned brand Exynos 5410. Additionally, GTI 9506 is a more advanced version, with LTE advanced support and faster Snapdragon 800. GTI 9515 is a value edition released in 2014, with similar specifications to GTI 9505. The Samsung Galaxy S4 is subjective in terms of design, while it feels somewhat cheap compared to other 2013 flagships, like the metal unibody HTC M8. It has a removable polycarbonate back with faux metal frame. On the front, it has a physical home button, 2 capacitive buttons, a 2-megapixel front camera, a notification LED, a earpiece and bunch of sensors. On the back, it has a 13-megapixel camera, a LED flash and a speaker. On the sides, at the bottom, it has a microSD port for charging, as well as a 3.5mm headphone jack, a microphone and an infrared blaster on the top, which the latter was impressive back in 2013. As usual, on the left, it has volume buttons, and on the right, it has a power button. Removing the back cover reveals a SIM and microSD card slots, which the latter you can expand storage to 64 GB, as well as a removable 2600 mAh battery that you can replace yourself. The battery is rated at 3.8 volts and was manufactured on July 30, 2014. You could add a S-View cover. I have one, which is a $69 United States dollar manufacturer suggested retail price accessory that displays the time, calls and notifications on a small screen. The Samsung Galaxy S4 was very slim, at 7.9mm and is very light at 130 grams. That's impressive for the time. iPhone 5 and 5S, phones around the time, beat the record with 7.6mm and 112 grams. Still, it is a phone that you can hold it very comfortably, unlike the today's phones, which weigh around 200 grams. Today I will be powering on the legendary 12-year-old flagship, Samsung Galaxy S4. Let's do it. Okay, the boot time on the Galaxy S4 was very slow. It took almost a minute to boot. That's because this phone has so much bloatware and gimmicks. I will explain more later this video. Let's take a look at the basic TouchWiz features. This specific model, Samsung Galaxy S4, runs Android 5.0.1 Lollipop. This launched with Android 4.2.2 Jellybean in 2013 and got two OS upgrades, the first one being Android 4.4.2 KitKat in 2014, and then Android 5.0.1 Lollipop in 2015. It also got 3 years of security updates. The last one was released for S4 in November 2016. The Samsung Galaxy S4, whatever model you own, GTI 9500, GTI 9505, GTI 9506 or GTI 9515, have a 5-inch display with a resolution of 1920 by 1080 pixels, which is full high definition. It has a pixel density of 441 pixels per inch, which makes text and images look very sharp. The display is still impressive in 2025. Even the newly launched Samsung Galaxy S25 only has a pixel density of 426 pixels per inch. This display is AMOLED, meaning it has very deep blacks and very saturated colors compared to LCD panels. The pixels can turn off itself, saving battery. This makes an excellent display for accessories like the S-View cover. At least, it has a 13-megapixel camera with 1080p video recording. Let's talk about this sensor. It has a 2.2 f-stop aperture and 1 divided by 3.1-inch sensor, providing 1.14 micrometer pixel size. This was very good back in 2013. It has 12 filters and 12 camera modes. There are lots of options to play around, including sound mode and fisheye effect. It supports multiple light sensitivity levels for night shots, for example, use 100 for daylight shots and 800 for low light shots. If you are watching this video so far, consider liking this video and subscribe to my channel for more videos. The camera quality for the Samsung Galaxy S4 was very good back in 2013, even the low light quality is okay. But compared to a 2024 mid-range phone like Galaxy A35 5G, there is a lack of detail, especially in low light, not just because of megapixel count. The video recording, while decent, is not quite spectacular compared to modern phones. There are lots of gimmicks on this particular phone. Samsung had added everything in the Samsung Galaxy S4. This means Samsung was focusing less on design but focused more on features, something most were removed in future phones like Galaxy S6. This model has air gestures, which, in the Gallery app, when you swipe your hand over this phone, it goes to the next photo, which is interesting. You can also swipe over the phone powered off. It shows the time and date. In certain apps, like S Planner and Chrome, you can hover over certain information. This gives a more detailed look at the information. You can also pause videos by looking away and resume by looking at the phone, which also keeps the phone screen on. The following scenes show the gimmicks on the Samsung Galaxy S4. The Samsung Galaxy S4 have different CPUs. GTI 9500 has an 8-core Samsung-owned brand Exynos 5410, and GTI 9505 and GTI 9515 have 4-core Snapdragon 600. GTI 9506 was the ultimate flagship, with the Snapdragon 800 CPU clocked at 2.3 GHz compared to 1.9 GHz in the Snapdragon 600. Let's see how it performs in the real world. As you can see, the performance, while fast back in 2013, performs pretty poorly in 2025. Apps take long to open, there are lots of stuttering and battery dropping fast. Even a slightly newer phone, like 2015's Galaxy S6, is much faster. Let's check out the benchmarks. This phone was very fast back in 2013, but is significantly outdated in 2025. Even a modern mid-range phone like Galaxy A35 5G is much faster, as I will be comparing. I am testing the frame rate in one of the games. I use Classic Cube, a Minecraft clone, to test the frame rates of this phone. On S4, it got around 50 to 60 frames per second, but on A35 5G, it got an average of 210 frames per second, reaching as high as 300. As the software is outdated and this OS is over 10 years old, not many apps remain on Play Store, and even then, some apps aren't updated for some time. Facebook is not in Play Store. Only the Lite version remains. Some apps like Instagram and Gmail haven't been updated since 2023 and 2020 respectively. The battery life is awful. While the Samsung Galaxy S4 has a 2600 mAh battery, it can expect to only last 2 to 3 hours of screen on time, coupled with the inefficiencies of an outdated 28nm CPU and the bloatware. Then we came to the conclusion. You can find the Samsung Galaxy S4 on eBay for around £15 to £25. Should you buy this phone in 2025? If you are looking to collect multiple phones for collection, then definitely yes. Should you buy for daily usage? No. Why? First of all, the phone and the software are outdated and the performance is bad. The camera, while okay, is also outdated. You can find much better and newer phones for slightly more. In use Samsung Galaxy S8 can be found on eBay for £50 minus 60, as well as Samsung Galaxy A40 and Google Pixel 3. These have much better performance and cameras and run newer software. Let me know in the comments if you still have a Samsung Galaxy S4. Thank you for watching, and please like this video and subscribe to my channel for more videos.